Every home is a university, and the parents are the teachers. Mahatma Gandhi. Greetings. My name is Joseph Yeager. Welcome to another Life in Perspective broadcast. My objective is to provide thought-provoking discussions so you can optimize your perspective on life. Did your kids ever ask you why mommy and daddy are fighting? How do you feel at that moment? Do you pretend that you weren't and make it sound like it was a game, or do you use it as a teaching moment to explain to your kids the difference between a fight/argument and a discussion? I'm confident that some of you are saying, well, they might not be old enough or they're too young to understand. Whatever the reason, the impact on them is real and may last a long, long time. I have a lot of wonderful memories growing up. My mother spoiled me rotten and my father was my best friend. Spending time with each of them was wonderful, as long as they were not in the same town together. When both were at home, the tension was so high, you expected a blow-up at any second. The beautiful Persian carpets became floors of eggshells. The looks of death and serpent tongues exchanged between my parents were a prelude to the verbal and physical abuse that followed. My mom put up a brave face for our sake, while my father made it clear how he felt without regard to the impact on my sisters and me. There was no need for a conversation to distinguish between what an argument is and what is a discussion. It was clear, because a discussion rarely happened. Before I continue, please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already done so by clicking the subscribe link below. You may also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Every relationship has its moments. There is nothing wrong with disagreement. It shows independent thought. There is nothing wrong with some emotional tension. We all have bad days. Not expressing yourself and holding back, even in front of the kids, isn't healthy nor avoidable at all times. But what isn't healthy either is not paying close attention to the impact it has on children when these moments happen repeatedly, without helping the children understand the difference between an argument and a discussion as early as possible. Why? Because your kids see how you handle disagreements and they learn problem-solving skills, emotional skills, and conflict resolution skills from you. Research suggests that children as young as 6 months old and up to age 19 can be negatively affected by harsh parental arguments. In fact, a 2012 study in the journal Child Development found that kindergartners who had parents who fought meanly and frequently were more likely to experience depression, anxiety, and behavioral issues by the time they reach 7th grade. Research further suggests that by the time they leave home, their parting gifts are potential long-term effects such as decreased cognitive performance, relationship problems, eating disorders, substance abuse, academic deficiencies, and a negative outlook on life altogether. My parents never bothered having that conversation with us because, frankly, there was no masking the ugliness. My father threatened divorce as far back as I can remember, and I begged my parents to follow through on it as far as I can remember. Instead, my parents kept having more kids. Parents who claim to stay together for the sake of the children are not doing them any favor, as the research above and the first-hand experience of many children around the world suggest. In my opinion, the temporary pain of separation is far better than carrying a backpack of long-term effects you didn't ask for. Parents can have a chance to start fresh and renewed and be the best version of themselves with their children. How is that not better than a life of misery at the expense of your children's long-term emotional health? We all tend to get caught up in a day-to-day living and seeing to it that children understand the behavioral dynamics at home and not occur to us every time life gets overwhelming. We may find that we become that which we try so hard to avoid. Setting children up for the kind of success that will enable them to grow confident in their abilities to relate and communicate with others, thrive in their own relationships, and hopefully pass these skills down for generations doesn't require perfect parenting, but rather more awareness of the imperfections and proactive action to correct it. The words of Maya Angelou summed it up best. I became the kind of parent my mother was to me. What kind of parents would you like your kids to be? Please like, subscribe, and share this video, and let me know what topics you would like my perspective on in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.